Chiefs beat the Packers 17-10 in preseason game 3. Let's talk about it.
Touchdown! Kansas City! One of the greatest duos in the history of the National Football League. Patrick Mahomes to Travis Kelce on a push fade comeback. And the Chiefs have won this incredible divisional playoff game in overtime.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much for the support. As always, I appreciate all the people supporting the channel. Please come on out, subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. Let's get right into the reaction from the Packers game. As I told you guys yesterday, I wasn't going to be able to watch it live. I have gone back and watched it. A lot of good things to pull out. And just like I suspected, there was a lot of starters we didn't get to see, and that's okay. I did like, let's get right into the running game. The running game looked lots better yesterday, and it's hard to tell how much of that is just because we were playing against backups over on the other side. These preseason games are sometimes really hard to judge. That being said, Isaiah Pacheco, 10 carries, 52 yards, 5.2 yards a carry. Ronald Jones, 8 carries, 43 yards, 5.4 yards per carry. Michael Burton had a carry for 5 yards. Shane Buechele didn't run as much as he normally does, and that's a good thing. He was Shane Buechele 11 for 17, 166 yards and 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Looked really good. Matt Bushman had a hell of a game. 3 catches, 73 yards, 2 touchdowns, but of course did leave with that shoulder injury. You could see he landed hard on the shoulder. It is a broken clavicle, unfortunately for him. So that's terrible. Thoughts and prayers going out to Matt Bushman. I would imagine he'll end up on the IR if he hasn't already. I didn't see that he has. But just what a way to kind of throw a damper on what was a last-minute push to make the 53-man roster. Really feeling for Matt Bushman right now, man. He was not one of my guys. Wasn't somebody that I was thinking would make the roster, but I'm always pulling for guys to succeed. And when you see a guy go out there and ball out in his last preseason game, his last opportunity to try to make the roster and then break his clavicle, man, that's just terrible. So, like I said, thoughts and prayers out to him. Darius Fountain had a couple pretty good catches. Jody Fortson had 3 catches, 26 yards. Not a ton really to talk about. The Brian Cook interception, that's, hey, good to see it. Happy about it. Other than that, defense, I thought up front in the first 2 drives looked pretty good against the run, better than they had. Ronald Jones looked a lot better. I was super happy and excited to see him playing at what I would expect him, the level I would expect him to play at. So, overall, I mean, it's the 3rd preseason game, which is now the last preseason game since they got rid of a preseason game. Not a ton to talk about. It was going to be all backups from the beginning for the most part, with few exceptions. We saw Andrew Wiley out there and some of the other starters on the offensive line, and Andrew Wiley got a holding penalty. And, you did see some of the starters, but you didn't see any of the big name starters. You're not going to see them in Mahomes out there or anybody like that. So, it is what it is out there. Isaiah Pacheco always stands out to me, and I don't want to sound like, I know there are guys that are cautioning against getting too excited about him, and I talk about him a lot lately, but I like the guy, okay? I like the guy. Sue me. Shane Buechele, I know a lot of people are excited about him. I think he's going to develop into a solid backup. I think that's my projection for him. I don't think this isn't anything against him. I don't think he'll ever be a starter for anybody. But he could be a really nice backup. And, I don't know. At the beginning of the offseason, I kind of felt like Chad Henne was secure, and I don't know, maybe Shane Buechele sneaks in there and takes Chad's job. And I know some of you guys are kind of pulling for that. I think Chad's done some great things for us. It's possible. it's possible that you take Shane Buechele and let Chad Henne go. It wouldn't surprise me if I saw that happen this week. Shane Buechele seems capable. And if you have a capable young backup, why not keep him instead of Chad Henne, who obviously has been around for the league for a very long time and cost more than Shane Buechele. In other news, I did want to bring up they did modify Juju Smith-Schuster's contract to give him a little bit of a pay raise. They doubled his roster bonus, which sounds like a lot, but they were only giving him $30,000 per game per roster bonus. They doubled that to $60,000 per game now. Field Yates reported that this morning. So that's kind of what I got, guys. I want to keep this video pretty short. It's, not a terribly important preseason game for most of your upper half of the roster. It's the back half of the roster that game was important for, and we're going to start seeing how that works out. I think Ronald Jones is probably going to make the roster now. I was not on that train just a few days ago, but with some of the injuries that have popped up and everything, I think Ronald Jones probably secured himself a roster spot with his fair performance last night, his good performance last night. I think Dustin Crum is out. I think that writing's on the wall. He's going to be released and will probably get pushed to the practice squad. Any other surprises? I don't think so. To me, I'm thinking the tight end group is absolutely secure now because of the injuries. So we kind of know who's there. It's going to be Kelsey, Gray, and Fortson, or Kelsey, Fortson, Gray, however you want to order that. I think Fortson is the number 2 guy. As far as who will be receiver number 6, I haven't put my finger on that just yet. I will be coming out with my 53-man roster prediction hopefully tomorrow, and hopefully I'm not too late because they should start making cuts today. But I'm just super busy, guys. Today is game day. It's Friday Night Lights tonight. Super pumped for our young men. We got a bunch of great young guys and I'm just so proud of, and they've been working for 8 months now, basically to get ready for this game tonight. So wish us luck. It's going to be awesome. And I just know those guys are going to, no matter what happens, going to ball out and make everybody proud. So with that, I'm going to leave you guys. I appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe. Let's grow the channel. And we'll see you next time. Thank you. I'm still fly, let's go. It could all be worse, I could be a hater like you. It could all be worse. Clothes to make the man, but that poison's gonna chew you from the inside out. So right now, say it with your chest now, say it with your chest now.